Breonna Taylor, 26 years of age, decorated EMT worker in Louisville, Kentucky. She was asleep with her boyfriend at 1 a.m. in her apartment, and that's when the unthinkable happened. Breonna's family alleges police burst through the door unannounced. The boyfriend grabbed his legally owned firearm and shot one of the officers in the leg. At least 20 rounds were returned by police, killing Breonna, who was unarmed. Her family wants to know exactly what happened on that fateful morning. The boyfriend, who contends he was only protecting the home, wants to know what happened. And our guest, Dr. Ricky Jones, wants to know and understand what happened as well. He's a professor and the chair of the Department of Pan-African Studies at the University of Louisville. Doctor, welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for inviting me.
Have the police responded in any way to this situation besides reassigning the 3 officers involved pending the results of this investigation that you know of?
No. I mean, basically what we're seeing from the police is what we quite often see in cases like this, where from the police chief on up the chain, people are saying, look, it's under investigation. We're very serious about the investigation, and we'll let you know as facts unfold. But other than that, nothing has happened. And just like the Ahmaud Arbery case that you talked about previously, this case happened over a month ago, and very little was done until national attention came to it.
And according to the Courier-Journal newspaper in Louisville, the police were executing a no-knock warrant, but that warrant wasn't targeting that house. It was targeting a trap house, which was located 10 miles away from Breonna's home. Has that been independently confirmed that you know of?
To my knowledge, that has been confirmed. What is at issue is whether or not the police actually did knock on the door. Kenneth Walker says they did not. Police say that they did, even though they had a no-knock warrant. Mr. Walker says they did not identify themselves either. The police say they did. So, you know, that's an issue. But what we still have is a dead young woman who clearly did nothing wrong.
And here comes the strangest question of all to me. If the police announced themselves, why would the couple call 911? One of them did. Right.
I mean, and there are a lot of issues that we see here. I mean, when Black death happens under these situations, and I think the difference in the Arbery case and the Breonna Taylor case is that Ahmaud Arbery was killed by people who took it upon themselves to, in effect, act as law enforcement. Breonna Taylor was killed by agents of the state. These were police who killed her. So there are contradictions here, and we already see the media mobilizing. There was a story on a local NBC affiliate, I think Wave 3, who ran a story file saying that she had a do not hire order in her personnel file as an EMT, which has nothing to do with her death. So there are all kinds of things that happen in these cases, and they're happening again. And I think the community has to be very, very diligent and vigilant about making sure that they don't get diverted. So nobody knows, why would they call 911 if police announce themselves?
Mr. Walker was arrested. He was charged with attempted murder of a police officer. Weapon was legal. No drugs were found on the premises at all. No history of drug activity by either he or Breonna. What is Mr. Walker's status tonight?
He is being prosecuted for attempted murder, and people have to understand that. Breonna Taylor, we've lost her. She's gone. And that was still after Kenneth Walker, who really did, I think, what a lot of reasonable people would do. If you're in your home with your loved one at 1 o'clock in the morning, your door is kicked in, you try to protect yourself and your loved one. And in doing so, he is now being charged with attempted murder. So we have one dead citizen, we have another live citizen, who both, I think, are being incredibly mistreated by the system.
All right, Dr. Jones, one final question. What is next in this case? Has the FBI, the DOJ, or the Commonwealth's Attorney General gotten involved in this?
Well, the case is going to the Attorney General, who is a dyed-in-the-wool conservative here, even though he is African-American, does not have substantive ties to the African-American community. So that's a concern. But what we're also seeing, I think, is a 21st century reenactment of what we saw in the early to mid 20th century, where Black people were executed by agents of the state, and we could not trust them to investigate themselves. And we hope, just hope, that some type of justice will come because we have outside investigators. But that is not by any means guaranteed.
Dr. Ricky Jones, another case of being a crying shame, and we're hearing too much of it. Thank you so much. He's the chair of Pan-African Studies at the University of Louisville. Thank you, and please keep us posted, won't you?
Thank you for having me. Keep doing the important work you're doing.
Thank you.